So this 2012 book, this 2012 manuscript, is not to go into every time period, because when you look at some of the prophecies, because there's 16 signs or 16 features of 2012 and the last days. 2012 ushers in the last days. 2012 says that we're here. In fact, the signs, we can already see the signs right now, because by themselves, the 16 features of the last days in 2012 and the prophecies, they describe what could seem and what does apply a little bit here, a little bit there to other periods of history. So we can see some of the signs when we look over these signs, the 16 signs of the last days in 2012. We can see some of the basic we can see some of the basic features. Let's go through these just for a moment. I wanted to put this out as one of the next posts that we put up there, because day by day we're seeing these signs happening and we're making these connections, and we want to make sure that anyone who listens to us or who has been following the ministry and the works we're putting out, that they have the warning. You know, it's very important, like the scripture says, to warn my people. They're stout-hearted, stubborn people. They may hear, they may forbear, but that's up to them. So we have to do our part. If we don't do it, we're responsible. If you don't listen to it, or if you don't take these signs seriously, but you see them, or you play the hypocrite or the fool, that's you. But if we don't speak, then we're guilty. Then we're guilty of your blood. Your blood is going to be on our hands if we don't do our part and do our utmost to put out this message. So what we want to touch on right here is the 16 features, or the 16 miliktoch, the 16 signs of the last days. Let's touch on these 16 signs of the last days in 2012. And we suggest you get a pen and a paper to understand this Macherashau and the miliktoch. The signs or the features of the last days. And we're going to go through each one of these in detail at a further time, but we're going to give you a summary, a synopsis of these 16 features in the limited time and space that we have right now. So take note. The first significant feature of the last days and of the 2012 prophecy, the true 2012 prophecy, from the King of Kings, HAILE SELASSIE, the teaching of His Majesty and His Christ, begin with unprecedented warfare. Unprecedented warfare. Hono yemayawik atornet. Unprecedented warfare. Now, where do we find the references? We're going to go to Gietachin Jesus Christos first and foremost, to Yahushua. We're going to go to the true Jesus Christ first and foremost. Matthew 24:7. In Matthew 24:7, which coupled with Revelation 6:4, it gives us the proper context of it. It gives us the balance of this. It gives us the word that there would be unprecedented warfare. Hono yemayawik atornet. Warfare unlike anything that has been known previously or before such a time. Now, we have this terrorism, the wars and rumors of war. But we're going to also see unprecedented warfare. Feature 1, sign 1 of the last days in 2012. The second sign is Rahab. Rahab is famine. Also Matthew 24:7, as well as Revelation 6:5, verse 5 of chapter 6 of the book of Revelation, Johannes Arai. Verses 5, 6, and 8 all speaks of this famine. Famine is the second of the 16 signs of 2012 and the last days. Thirdly, we have pestilences. Pestilences, or chenefer, pestilences. Lucas Wengel, the Gospel of Luke 21:11, Revelation 6 and 8 points out that the third sign are pestilences. Pestilences, diseases. We already had a little sign, the swine flu. This is one of the big signs that has come along, and also the diseases, the Ebola, the E. coli, these bacterias and biological weapons and warfare and diseases, or to sum it up, pestilences. So the third